in the very beginning. I was just trying to continue the training my children had had in Princeton at the Princeton Ballet when we moved to Amherst. There was nothing here. They were very disappointed because they loved to dance. And so I started a group of students just for my own children to have somebody to dance with, and it just kind of grew. And I had to move 3 different times as things happened where I was renting until I built the studio on Strong Street. I guess my goal has always been to train children well and correctly so that they have those skills to take through life, whether it's just how they walk, how they physically stay in shape, just to be good human beings. I think the first thing they get is confidence. And when they understand how their body works, they're able to push themselves if you've got a good teacher, and inspire them to push themselves so they can achieve things that they never thought they could. And it gives them such an understanding of the human body that so many have gone into physical therapy and Pilates and anything that has to do with the body, because they understand it so well and they want to help others understand it the same way they've learned. And the poise and the confidence from performances and touring gives them what they need to start out to find their niche in the world. The first tour was 1985, and we went with the Young People's Symphony in Springfield, and we did a tour with the live orchestra. Yeah, it was unbelievable. You know, we went all over Yugoslavia. We performed in opera houses. We had some modern dance along with the ballet, and they had never seen modern dance. And I had my dancing, my Miro, after Miro ballet, that was very innovative. When he died in 1983, I choreographed the ballet and made all these costumes from his paintings. After that, those students started going to Europe. One danced in a German company, and one went to live in Spain. And, you know, it gave them the confidence to go beyond their borders here. And I know that when the Bosnian War broke out, how all my students felt when, you know, they had danced at the end of the wall in Dubrovnik that was bombed. And they could all feel that tragedy because they had danced where the bombs fell. It became a very meaningful part of our lives. Well, I got into the character dancing because it's part of the RAD syllabus. And the reason they have it in the syllabus is that it teaches a different kind of poise, and it loosens the kids up in a friendlier way than ballet does. And so it goes right along with it to help them be a whole dancer. The other kind of dance that I introduced was Spanish dance. And I had teachers for that, and even one of my students, Cynthia Kent, went to Spain, and Annika Ben, she went there, and they were able to come back and teach what they had
Oh,
learned
wonderful.
in Spanish character dance. Well, I guess if I think back, we lived in England twice when my children were little for a year each time. And when they were 2, 3, and 4-year olds the first time, we found a puppet theater in Islington, the Islington Puppet Theater. And they had all kinds of puppetry, and we would go every Saturday without fail to see those programs. And then the museums would have Punch and Judy puppetry when you were visiting them, or they would pop up in a park. A Punch and Judy guy would carrying his theater on his back, set it up, and do a little Punch and Judy show. So that's where it all began. And actually, one of my first huge ballets was a Victorian marketplace with a Punch and Judy show. And I had a real puppeteer come in and present a real Punch and Judy show before the curtain opened, and we presented a ballet version where the puppets became big and alive. So it goes pretty far back. Wow, well, it certainly contributed as far as the culture of teaching ballet and presenting dance to the community, because there really hasn't been another stable dance studio that has survived so long in Amherst. We've been the only ballet school in Amherst that's been consistent. And it's introduced the community to what ballet and dance is all about.